Buongiorno, everybody. This is Rose again. This is part of my Christmas baking. I'm going to make biscotti for you today, but it's really the ones that I'm making today. I call them Anice toast, and I will explain to you in a while why I say that. These are very simple, very plain. We have flour, baking powder, a little bit of salt, vanilla, oil, eggs, and sugar. And of course, I think if you're from this area, you know what this is. This is anise seeds, okay? You can buy these here. These come from San Giovanni in Fiore, where I was born. You can only find these in Calabria, okay? Mostly San Giovanni in Fiore, in the mountains. This is like, they also call it black gold because it is so expensive. We were there last summer and my aunt ordered some from me, so they had to harvest the year before in September, and I was able to buy a couple pounds and bring it back home and share it with my family. This is wonderful. A lot of people don't like this. They say it smells like licorice, but to me it does not. We cannot eat Easter bread without this, and I cannot eat my biscotti without this, okay? So that, to me, that's the main ingredient. Okay, very simple. What we're gonna do is we're gonna put all the dry ingredients together. I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of baking powder, about a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and 3 1/4 cups of flour. So these are my dry ingredients, and I'm going to give it a good stir. Okay, so in this, I will place my black gold. Okay, and I don't like to be skimpy when it comes to this. I want a good tablespoon, okay? So I want to be able to taste it and see it. Because without this, to me, it's not biscotti. Okay, we are going to seal this because we do not want the flavor to evaporate. So I'm going to put these aside. This is done. Okay, so right here I have 3/4 of a cup of vegetable oil and a teaspoon of vanilla. I like to use a really good vanilla. I know this is a little expensive, but it's worth it. Okay, I usually put my vanilla in my eggs, like that. So, and then we have the sugar. Okay, so what we're going to do first, we're going to place the eggs with the vanilla and the oil into my bowl. And I'm just going to blend it a little bit. I don't want it to be foamy or anything like that. Just blend the eggs with oil until the yolks are broken, and then I'm going to gradually use the sugar. And if you notice, this recipe does not have too much sugar, only 3/4 of a cup. Okay, after these are blended like so, I'm going to add my flour. I'm going to lower my mixer to probably medium slow. And well, first I'm going to turn it off for a minute, and because I don't want it to splatter. And I'm going to add maybe 2 of those ladles in. And I'm gonna, when you do this, don't do it on high, otherwise the flour is gonna splash everywhere. Okay, I'm going to keep adding more flour. Sometimes I measured 3 1/4 cups. Sometimes it requires a little bit more flour. It just depends what kind of flour you're using. This is plain all-purpose flour that I sift my flour every time. It's always a good habit to sift your flour before you bake anything, because you don't know how long it's been sitting on the shelf, so we don't want it to, you know, have lumps or anything like that. So okay, at this time I don't have that much left. I'm going to just dump the whole thing in there and see what happens. And like I said, sometimes it requires a little bit more flour. We just have to wait and see. And it looks like it does. Also, it depends on the weather. And today is not a very nice day. It's raining. So I think I added about another 1/2 cup of flour. Okay, this is done. I'm going to take it off the mixer and I'm going to place this dough on my board, and I'll be back in a minute.